This is Down2Talk. In today's episode, we'll be talking about conscious awareness. Enjoy.
Wow.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Tony.
I'm King K.
This is Down2Talk.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all again so much for tuning in. We really appreciate the love, all the support. If y'all are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Content just like this comes out every single week, sometimes every other week, but we've been through this. If y'all want to collab, this is something that y'all feel like you'd be interested in doing, drop us a DM or a comment. Either way, we're gonna catch a hold of it. So we're gonna get started this upcoming week. We're gonna be talking about conscious awareness, something that is kind of not talked about enough. We talk about religion, we talk about politics, we talk about the works. We just don't really get around to spirituality and really being in tune with ourselves. So that's pretty much what we're gonna be unpacking today.
Facts. And we have a special guest that come to talk about it. Now, when I, reach out for guests, I do my research. I go look at their pages and stuff like that. With this particular guest, I looked at her YouTube, and she has a video where she went to Miami by herself and met two people. Like, you really have to be conscious about that. So, I was like, well, we have to interview her. So, with further ado, we're gonna bring on Genesis.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to meet you. So, tell us about yourself.
Hi, well, I'm Genesis, and I go by Shaughnessy, and y'all can check me out on my YouTube channel. And I'm a graphic designer full-time. I'm also a yogi, I can classify. I'm getting into more Reiki and different healing energies, but I practice thyself, and really my overall goal is pretty much teaching people about conscious awareness so they can be enlightened to life and a different journey that they can experience. So that's really my overall, but I do graphic designer full time. I specialize in sculpture to canvas, 3-dimensional. You can check out my website, shaughnessy'sart.com. I do that full time with my husband and my 2-year-old son. Yeah, that's me.
That's what's up. So we're gonna get right into it. They say the cure is a clean conscience. Is that true?
I would say it is. I watched this documentary on YouTube, and then they were asking 100 different strangers about what would you have done differently in your life? Did you do something that your conscience is eating you up at every single day? And the one in particular showed me there was this guy, he was around 7, 8, and he went to the pool, to the beach, and this lady was looking for a wedding ring every freaking where. He saw it, he picked it up, and then he walked up to her and he was like, "What are you looking for?" And she was like, "I'm looking for my wedding ring. Have you found it? Please give it back. It's very valuable, sentimental to me and everything." And he said no, but he had it. He went on the channel and literally was like, "I wish that I would have gave her ring back because every single day I think about it. It's eating me up of my conscience," because he sold it at a pawn shop for only $300. But that lady is memories, love, everything that went inside of that ring, and he could have made a smart decision, a conscious decision, if he just would have gave it to her then. But he was just thinking material, money, let me go ahead and get that because I can get it for that. And I'm like, damn, you really can't have a clear conscience knowing that you did something fucked up or wrong. I'm sorry, I'm not, but something wrong and hurtful to another human being, and you know it, you did it intentionally. You were at a lower consciousness when you made the decision. And now that he is older, and even people now, we realize dang, I could really made a different choice back then. If I was really conscious to what I was doing, but since I was at a low vibration and I wasn't mastering myself or my energy, I wasn't even thinking. But now it's eating me up every day. How can I make this so my conscience is not being like that? That's what I've been experiencing.
Man. That was a wild story. Just listening to it, I was wondering where it was going, but hearing that the guy didn't decide to make the right choice, kind of see where it fit in, and it's kind of sad that he didn't, but there's a lot of people out in the world that's kind of like that and not really thinking consciously about, you know, their actions and the way that they're moving.
Right.
So what are some of the different ways that we can become consciously aware?
Well, every single day when you wake up, like getting up at time horizon and making sure you do your yoga and meditation, being grounded, knowing thyself, like not getting out of your character for anything or anyone. Like people have to go to work, and my job is my work, but I love what I do. I don't have to go to a 9 to 5. I don't have to work for somebody else. So it's like I get to really know myself even more, to ground me and be like, okay, well, this is what I plan out for my day. This is how I'm accomplishing these things, and I can really level out. Like I don't need to be distracted in order to get where I need to go. So I'm being more conscious and being more aware of the little things. Like I have a 2-year-old son. He's growing up right in front of my face. Like it's really crazy. But I'm being more aware of that, those little moments of being here and just observing you guys and being inside of this area. Like I'm being able just to realize like the little things. And I think that's what really conscious awareness is, like being just conscious, noticing the little things. Like I can make a difference every single day when I wake up. Some people don't brush their teeth every day. Like that's just a conscious decision. Like get up and do something that is gonna better yourself. Like being more conscious, being more aware of the atmosphere you're being outside. Like again, as I say, people in the house all day or even at work, and they're not even being able to enjoy nature or the sunlight or like the trees and the beautiful birds that's singing. So like being aware of those moments, and then you're gonna realize, hold up, I am alive. Hold up, I am aware of what I'm doing. Hold on, like, I am making more conscious decisions. I'm slowing down, breathing, thinking about things more oxygen coming to my brain. So I'm just noticing those things, and it ties to having a mind, body, and soul connection in order for you to be conscious inside of your life. And once one thing is lacking, then it's not going to be, oh, I feel alive. You're going to feel sluggish. You're going to feel like a lack of energy because you're not giving it your all. You're not learning those Reiki healing energies as you should in crystals. So it's a lot that ties into it.
That's deep, actually. I know, like when I was a kid, growing up, I used to, always talk with my grandmother, and I used to always be like, "Hey, grandma, like, what's that voice in my head? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that talking to me?" And she would always prefer that because she was a pastor, and she was like, that's God. That's God talking to you. So my question to you, some people would think, the consciousness is a form of higher power. What do you think?
To be honest with you, it is, because like you said previously, that's God. That is God. Right. But that's just God speaking in a way that you're going to understand. So God is coming inside of you to be like, you're making a bad decision, and your voice in your head is telling you not to do it. Don't do it. But your lower consciousness is telling you to do it. God is a higher consciousness. God is a high vibration. He's not going to tell you something that you're not supposed to do. The devil is a low vibration. Right. He's going to tell you things that obviously you're not supposed to do. But you have to realize, I can make a right decision or I can make a wrong decision. Like, let me be conscious enough to, and at a higher consciousness, okay, I'm not going to do this because my voice in my head told me not to. So even if you are at a higher power, because there's a lot of people that are at higher powers right now, and they have money, they have wealth, and they're still not at higher consciousness. You got people that are 40, 60 years old going in the same mentality, doing the same things every day. That's not a higher consciousness just because you got older. That's just because you just live in the same mindset. You never evolved as a human being. So what higher consciousness are you showing to the world, let alone yourself? So I'm just observing that you don't have to have riches and fame to be at that level. You just have to have common sense, have trust in God, believe in God at all the times, and listen to that voice that's in your head. Right. If it's telling you not to do something, then don't do it. Realize what's right from wrong and really make a wise decision at the end of the day. Like, this can benefit my life or whoever I got behind me, or this can tear down my life. And I think that's just conscious awareness, like being aware of everything you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned morality. Morality is a big one, what you think is right and what you think is wrong. And there's a lot of balance that has to play into that, and especially in somebody's life, because you spend your whole life making decisions, thousands of decisions a day, and some that you're not even aware of, they're just habits, whether they're good or bad.
Yeah, and my friend, he came over today. His name was Corey. We were talking about that. He was inside of a habit like me too. I can't even speak on just him, but I see a lot of people on it. But he would kept saying, "Try. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to make T-shirts." And it's like, no, you're not trying. You didn't try to eat the food. You ate the food.
Right.
And my husband is really prone to tell me, "Stop saying you're trying because you're not trying anything. You're actually doing."
Right.
And then your words are spells. Don't keep putting that on you because you're never gonna get anything done because you keep putting the spell on yourself.
Right.
So get out of that mindset, getting out of that habit and being like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing this so my day can be like this. Speaking that inside of your existence before anything. We speak our affirmations every single day and we're confirming our day before it even happens because we have so much of that higher consciousness, like we really want this and we can project this. So let's go ahead and speak this because our words are powerful. And if we speak in life or death and the power of the tongue. So if you're speaking death on somebody, that's going to happen. If you're speaking wealth on someone, then that's going to bring it to them. But they have to be open to receive it. So yeah, we're just learning as we're just growing, and it just takes a higher consciousness, and you have to be willing to learn. Like, don't just stop. Like, okay, well, I listened to a couple YouTube videos, and I'm just stop.
Right.
Actually pick up a book. I'm reading the 4 Agreements. It's solidly in my purse every day. Every day is solidly in my purse. No matter where I'm at, I can pull out my book and I can read it. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting knowledge, I'm getting wisdom from this book, and I can teach people along the way. And I recommend it to so many people, and I highly recommend it to everybody. Please go pick up a book today because it's only $5 on Amazon. Like, you can really learn a lot and teach people at the same time. So my whole spiel is higher consciousness all the way. Like, really everything, every day.
Like I always tell T, like, quit saying I gotta go to work.
Yes. Yeah.
Say I get to go to work. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's that whole mindset. It's crazy.
And then even if you don't even want to once you're ready to get out of that mindset of like, I don't want to go to work anymore. Do that work that you're doing because it's still work regardless.
Right.
Like anything that you're doing is work, but once you love what you do, it's not work anymore.
Right.
So once you get inside of that mindset of saying, okay, I'm doing my passion, I'm doing what God called me to do,
Right.
then your whole mindset, your whole vision is going to change. And that's what I started Shaughnessy's for. Like before this, COVID happened, and 2-year-old son, we didn't know what we was going to do, I'm gonna be honest. So we had to work from home, and we realized, oh, people really love our artwork, we can sell it, like, let's make prints, let's do t-shirts. Just things started rolling in, more ideas, YouTube channels. So it's like, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. Just speak that onto yourself.
Right.
Because your words are everything. And that's what I can say for overall, like, be cognitive of what you say, because you can speak anything that's out of your existence. You might speak the wrong thing inside of your existence. So be cognitive.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, that kind of played into, you answered the question before I can answer it. But are there any other different ways, as opposed to, because, we touched on our verbiage and, the spells that we cast on ourselves. What other different ways, can we combat like a negative conscience, that lower vibration thinking?
Always staying happy. Every time I go around people, they say I'm a ball of sunshine because I'm just happy. I'm happy to be alive. Like,
Right.
I woke up today. Like, that's what I'm just grateful. I get to see my baby. Like,
Right.
I'm just valuing that I have a home. I have all these things. Like, it's not even what I have, but it's like I just really woke up. Like, God blessed me. So it's just combating that negativity. I really be swiping left, like I be dodging motherfuckers. Like I'm telling you, like I've dealt with people even in my family that I had to be like, I just can't. Like, okay, bye. Like I got a project to do. Like I got websites to build. I can't deal with you and your negativity and then bleeding off onto me. And then I have a family I gotta take care of. That's not I can't do it. So I'm killing them with happy sunshine. I'm not even gonna cap with that. Like. I'm really just so happy to the point that nobody that is negative can come to me and make me feel less of a person who I am. Right. I have to realize you gotta master yourself. So what I've been doing is yoga and meditation, reading. It's a lot of steps in order to get to your true purpose, your true form. Right. And I'm still growing and learning as it is. So, but as of right now, I've been doing real good at dodging. Like it's like that. Yeah, it's like you gotta dodge them. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So Yeah.
Right. That definitely makes a lot of sense, you know, as far as protecting your energy and
Yes.
and making sure you're putting your conscious, you know, in the right places. You know, it's like I've heard that it's like a ball of light inside your mental,
Yeah.
and whatever you're thinking about, that's where the ball of light goes. And the more you think about it, the stronger the light gets gravitated towards this concept. So it's kind of just really dependent on, you know, what it is that you're thinking about and how often you're thinking about it.
Yes.
That gives the strength to it.
Yes, and that's what, and visualizing it. If you already see it, even if you're like, oh, I don't want to see it, and you do see it, it's because you were thinking about it.
Exactly.
And you gave it some type of attention, and now it's going to come to you. Visualization is so many steps to manifesting and realizing what you're doing, being cognitive, being wise about your decisions. Like, it's so many different steps, but the first step is like calming down, breathing, making sure that you know you're here and aware of the moment, and just realizing like, okay, I got a choice to make. Let me move to the side. I can take 5 seconds. Let me talk to God. Let me talk to myself. Do I need to do this? No, I don't need to do this. Let me not do this. And then like you got to, and it might not be something that you want, but your higher consciousness told you, I don't need to be doing whatever I need to don't be doing. So yeah, I just been learning. I just been whatever I can gain and whatever I can teach to people. I just been doing that. So stay grounded, stay to yourself, mastering thyself, loving yourself. That's all I can say. Like, everything is within you. Everything happens first with you. If you're not fine, if you're not okay, and your vessel is going through things, then how are you going to give that to the world? You can never give half of you to the world, because then you're going to be like, Bob coming to work, and he's like, why was she mad? She got an attitude and shit. Like, did she not get enough sleep? Like, sleep, patience, like really having that time to yourself, pampering yourself, like reading to yourself, like it's all within you. So if you ain't got this right, then ain't none of everything else gonna be right. So, that's what I give people.
I'm a firm believer in vibrations and frequency and, you know, wavelengths and I just think it's funny because my very next thing was gonna ask you, you know, if you had any words, but again, it seems as though you answered all my questions before I even got a chance to ask them. So
my bad.
Oh no, you're fine. If anything, that helps us out because, you know, we're moving and grooving like you said. But tell us again one more time where we can find you.
You can find me on social media on Instagram at Shadacies Art, and then also you can find me on YouTube at Shadacies. And check out my website too, shadasiesart.com. Appreciate it. Yeah. I really appreciate you guys having me on the show. It was really, really fun, and y'all are really amazing to talk to. Great questions, really, by the way. Like, I love having interesting questions. Shout out to King K, for real, because you really be asking the point questions. Yeah.
That's all my guy right there.
It's hot as fuck in here.
Forgot to turn the AC on up in It's all fine. You know, we're down to talk with or without AC.
Hey, it's real.
Thank y'all again so much for tuning in. Thank you, Genesis, for your time and for your perspective on this topic, because that's, again, I feel like a very important topic that we don't talk enough about.
Especially in our age. I'm only 23, y'all. Only 23. And a lot of sleep people right now, so just wake up. It's time to wake up and have a higher consciousness of people that are doing things like this, that are at a young age, because we can really change the world and have our generations behind us changing the world in a better light, like instead of going through the same cycle that we've been going through for generations. Wake up to this real reality of awakeness. That's what I would say to anybody, because you will get left behind.
Big facts. Big facts. Well, again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Catch us next week or the week after. This is
Down to Talk.